case. There we go. Because it decided to be a default. What is default? It has no idea, and neither do I. But yes, as I was saying, we continue living in interesting times because I've been having a bit of an issue with my Discord client lately where it randomly translates links into strings of numbers and letters. I was getting a bit paranoid, but it turns out it may have something to do with, where was it? Could be a malfunction with a clipboard. Which may happen only when I copy and paste an English link, which is pretty much any link. When I have either Russian or English, or Russian or Ukrainian keyboard setup enabled. So I guess I need to be careful in that regard as well. Let's also bump up the sound a little bit. Or keep it down, whichever way is better. And let's get back to it. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I'm feeling generous in the sense that we're gonna need to do a bank run and we're not gonna be sharing. What did cause yesterday's stuttering? Still no idea. Maybe it's because I was not putting the movie on the screen at the time, and the system decided to deprioritize it a little bit. That's my best guess in that regard. Windows 11 is a box. It's hell here, man, sometimes. I never should have switched from Windows 10 or Windows 7 or... Get your shit together, Microsoft, is all I am saying. Get your shit together. But let's focus on the more positive things, as we're about to become in-game rich. So we can find solace in that. But first, new enemy type. The stars are right, magic bonus. Say hello to the copper golem. You can probably tell that it was made out of all the nickels they had. A practical, if not entirely respectable, choice. Not yet. There we go. I suppose so, yeah, a much better use of all the spare nickels you've had over time. But then again, when you are making the copper golem, you're quite literally getting nickel and dimed. I will not get out. This is my show after all. Never. Absolutely never. Besides, you can't make me. Yep, there it is. Taunt has been replaced by Leer. Enemy is more likely to target. Yes, you know where I live, but you cannot get to me in a timely fashion, and that's all that matters. In other words, I'd like to see you try, buddy boy. try. It's not too late. No, it's not too late. In fact, it will happen soon enough. In the meantime, snibbity snap. Now that's what I like to see. Apocalypt is a pretty potent class if you ask me. Let's see, Gumshoe now has slow, Cordwainer has head start, passive, and that's it for now. Let me quickly check as to what message I've got over here. Aha. Yeah, alright. And we can continue where we left off. Anyone else willing to tackle us? Of course. 3 copper columns. They're resistant to physical damage, so back to magical attacks it is. Maybe 11. Inflict hobo use on all of you. But first of all, we gotta start out with the sucker punch. It's only fair. Even if it does chip damage to all. They do hit like a truck. Tycho, you're gonna need to step up. But still pushing you away is always a good idea. Now we can leer and prepare on ourselves. Maybe we can also throw in oils while we're at it. Shouldn't be too bad of an idea. And what was it? Another double tap to keep you away from any silly ideas. Yep, have fun with that. And now we can call skeleton. Let's repair on Tycho. Hey, you cut that out. Or otherwise, I will see to it that you get nibbled on by rats. Heal thyself. Continue interrupting them. Let's see, what else do we have? Entombed, medium earth, dark surge, medium heavy dark, tremor, light earth magic all, and dark wave, light dark magic all. Not exactly hurting for MP, but I think we can at least give a try to Entomb. next turn only, huh? Car won't start, I'll take the train. Okay, buddy. I'll be waiting on you out there. It's 6 months. I'll be waiting on you. With a pinch of old brimstone. Now we can technically just save up for a breakthrough, which would be a better option, so... Yeah, looks like Earth Magic is not efficient against them. But that's exactly what we needed. And now, snibbity snab. Wonderful. Tube Samurai has challenged, Gentleman gets Kanaga, or Kainaga, I guess. Dinosaur Sir gets more HP, Gardener gets Garden of Courageous Valor. And we also get us a Mullet of Quantity Up upgrade. Wonderful. Very nice. Even though we haven't needed to use Molotovs in any combat for now, it's always nice to have. Now, who are you supposed to be? Cafe or Hate? And merch. You know merch. You love merch, don't you? Now, I of course don't have any merch yet, and this is proprietary Penny Arcade merch. So I cannot advise you on how to spend your money in that regard. You're free to decide. Cafe or Hate? It's brutal TM. Merch? So friendly, soft fur, fun to pet, almost never kills. Now, what was it? Challenge. Defense and taunts, which needs defense stance. What are you supposed to be? Caca carrot cake? Not sure I understand that particular reference, but we'll go with that one. Now, 1 and B for now, therefore, Velociraptor time. And of course, Lear. Oh, this gym goes down, but that's why we have Cordwainer on hand to fix him up immediately. Immediately, I say. Hey, you're supposed to be attacking Tycho. If you do that again, I'll bury you alive. Hey, my Millennial card cannot be revoked because I can also make obscure references that I do not remember. But where was I? Also add Hail and Thunder to our upcoming prophecy. And heal 2 on ourselves. exactly what I was hoping for. Also, hot coffee. Now that's a millennial reference you were hoping for, right? Of course you did. We all played GTA San Andreas back in the day. Otherwise, I will invoke your millennial card. And we'll see who laughs last. All you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ! And we all did, and that train was a lot of bull. Load of bull. Interesting over here, but something tells me this is where we're supposed to be progressing. So we take a stroll over here to fight another batch of merch. This was secretly all about raiding Face Connect's warehouse. I mean, who would have guessed that it also shares the building with Bank of Money? Special battle condition, upside down. Enemies target the topmost characters first. Oh, we also gotta see Flesh Reaper, which is a bad merch. Keep a firm grip on your torso. Just a tip. Figured the ram trick before I even watched any speedruns. Good on you. I am not being sarcastic in this particular stance. At least they're all attacking good. However, I still would like them to lay it off. Now, who's up next? Are you? Yeah, we'll go with a Flesh Reaper. Thunder. For good measure. Then you were freaking making it. We didn't. Still, let's push you further. That's the light attack, so Soul Caliber it is. And I think we can also throw in the Chosen One, or a Redcon, to apply maximum effect. Nope, here it comes. What's up next? I'll continue wailing on. The gate is down. We are still doing it. Let's see, Brute got Flame Sphere, Scholar got Focus Fire, Necromaster got Dark Pact. Hobo now has more strength as a passive. Masochist also has more strength. And that's it for now. Some shrubbery. No Knights of Me around. And we got us a Buffs TM. You will now use Buffs TM one additional time in battle. Buffs TM can be used to increase one character's stats in battle. Increase the stat bonus and number of times you can use Buffs TM in the battle by purchasing upgrades at the Arcadia shop. Do we need a buff? Situational, as always. However, a shrubbery! See? They're even called Shrub Niggurath. And 2 Swipe Riders. This must be where the secretary's office was. After all, it was next to the meeting room. See, Carl? I said plastic plants in a foyer, but no! Swipe Rider. One too many promising first novels and it just snapped. I hope Playing 5 is not watching this. Yeah, he definitely isn't. So we can sick these two on him later. Now, what other gardens there were? We've got Artistic Expression, which is boosting magic, and Courageous Valor, which boosts strength. I think I'm gonna still go with the Garden of Tranquil Waters. And what was that next one there? Dark Pact. 1 MB adds Dark to attack, Dark boost. As expected. Phoebe Seymour. Who's on next? You, I suppose. Time for good old Fire and Brimstone. Yeah, you again. And I'm thinking we can throw in Hail and Thunder too. Infinite Monkeys. I can't believe we've got a Simpsons reference in here. Oh, we ain't got a heal up gate too, so Cordwainer, go. Might as well throw in Chosen One as well. And it should proc any second now. Any second now. Like that. And as expected, Shrubbery is very vulnerable to fire. Flame Sphere. Medium fire magic, which is an upgrade from Fireball. You go down, punk. Tube Samurai gets more strength, which is wonderful news. And that leads us back to the entry, or rather where we started the stream. So, we'll make a little circle and go back to the golem that awaits us up here. Something tells me it's gonna be silver. I would be impressed if it's not silver. But I have a feeling it's gonna be silver. Special condition, Wind Beneath My Wings. Wind abilities deal more damage. Yep, Silver Golem, and 2 Baton Rogues. Fire types always beat grass types. Now silver is supposed to be... What do we know about silver anyway? Occasionally obliterates legitimate employees. How naughty of you. You know what? I think for this one we'll summon Garden of Dangerous Bees. It's hip to summon bees, and also hip to be square. At least that's what they say. Who are they? I have no idea. Maybe they is a collective hallucination induced on us by the man. Which man? You know which man. Anyway, you, Mr. Silver Golem, are not getting a war then. Ah, of course, Huey Lewis and the News. That one is always up there. One day we will get around to that funk-ass movie. We absolutely will. What do we have? Ice Spears, Blizzard, Cold Shoulder, Focus Fire. And he resisted that one because it's a physical attack. We can, however, go for a breakthrough, which should be decently effective. And it was. But I see the most pathetic man in fiction. But we have already seen Char's counterattack. Huh? Huh? Sometimes I kill myself. Apocalypse now has Ecstasy, passive ability. Let's check out what it actually is. View and Apocalypse. It shall come to pass. Each prophecy increases the strength of other prophecies. And Ecstasy, magic bonus while waiting for a prophecy to come. Anything interesting here? No, does not look like it. So, back we go. Oh, more Swipe Riders. Also Visor Misers and Flesh Reapers. This is where the prophecies will definitely come in handy. Can't go wrong but opening up with the Hall Skeleton. Yep, that's precisely why I posted that picture. Precisely. Because it speaks to me on a spiritual level. Anyone else looking up? Now we can go with Fire Riders. stone. So long as you don't die. I'll make sure you don't die. To the best of my abilities. Wake up! You ain't allowed to die just yet, because I say so. I like the old char, and not the new char. And every time I look around, there is a new char. That's right, all of you attack Tycho. Because that is exactly what I want you to do. And not any of your AoE abilities, otherwise I will get ornery. And you won't like it when I get ornery with you. I believe Kanye's point has been made a little less obscure considering his descent. However, where was I? Right. Chosen one. And another double tap on... Which one's the closest? You, I suppose. Prophecy will trigger any second now, which means we can also go for a berserk. And that's what I like to see. The things that happen when you surround yourself with yes men, or in this case, yes men. That was a good one. Yep, we are done here. Nothing yet. Let's also see who's writing me at this point. Ah, of course. Nothing too serious, we can continue. Oh, and as expected, in the vaults, the last we encounter is the Golden Golem. What do we know about that one? When thieves try to steal one of these, it is hilarious. 10,000 HP. Yep, definitely hurts like a truck, that one. Or maybe it's just Moira being a frail child, as opposed to a hardened, hard-boiled detective, which she is supposed to be. Things will change, though. Things will change. Especially once we start breaking out interrupts. Tycho, you're up. Oh, unfortunate. So, alright, get back up. Now, what else do we have? Nothing yet right now, besides... Yeah, only 1 MP attacks which we can use, so... And Tomb it is. And a hobification on you. Enjoy that damage. While we continue interrupting with that power back. Oh, that didn't take long. Brute now has Break Fist, or I suppose Break Fist. Crabomancer got Pinch Max. Elementor got Flame Heat, and ooh, Dinosaur now learns T-Rex form. Gardener gets a little bit more defense, which is always nice. Especially for Tycho. Into the vaults we go. I'll have to do laundry when we get back, but all in all I think that went well. I died! Once. I brought you right back. Welcome to the sequential vault system. As part of our novel new security mechanism, vault doors must be opened in a consecutive fashion, beginning with Vault 1. Huh? I don't understand how opening every vault is more secure than just opening one. Maybe we aren't rich enough to understand. Well, into Vault 1 we go then. A wall? A wall. Pink Floyd's wall, I'm guessing. Maybe it's a famous wall. Doesn't look like it's painted pink to me. Where are we? More importantly, what are we? With all the squares, there's a lot of chiefing. The vaults in the bank predate the building by several hundred years. I'd heard they contained the wealth of the world, but I assumed that was a figurative usage. Might have been worth mentioning, maybe? Tycho shrugs. There's a polite cough which reverberates in the silence of a stone wall. Could it be? Yes, it must be. The legendary hero has arrived. Greetings, legendary hero from the distant land of Orf. Your crown of spiky black hair was foretold in our most secret prophecies. Did you hear that? I'm famous here. Or my hair is. Whatever, I'll take it. In these self-same texts it is written that in our hour of greatest need, the spiky black-haired one would come to us from beyond the ancient toilet stall and the forest of money trees from the land of Orf. Welcome to our humble kingdom of Horkwall, legendary hero. Did you guys hear that? Forgive me, but the prophecies never mentioned that the hero will be accompanied by a son of Adam, a daughter of Eve, and a jar person. Jim Blurbles. Yeah, I get left out of those legendary prophecies a lot. Any of the hero's hangers on are welcome in Horkwall. And just what do your legends say that the hero is supposed to do? A trifle, a pittance. The legends say that the hero will travel through Blackmouth Cave beyond the distant cliffs and into the hot hole of Evil Town, where he will face Evil King in an epic battle where Evil King will cheat but the hero will ultimately triumph over Evil King. Evil King? What? Pfft. Just tell me where I can find his face. An excellent idea, your hero-ness. While Gabe preens, Moira tugs Tycho back. Do we really want to encourage this stuff? Killing this Evil King is their ticket out of here. get stuck in some demi-plane like this, you try to make the biggest splash you can. It kicks in a kind of immune system. The other reality rebels against your presence and spits you up. Yeah? Come on, Moira, this is seriously some alternate dimension 101 type stuff. If you say so. The conversation has gone on in their absence. Presumably the king has been regaling Gabe with stories about Gabe and how strong Gabe is. Not just from Felidek, also a Narnia reference in there, as you might have guessed. Yes, well, weak enough though your followers may be, we allowed their nominal efforts. The people of Horkwall would be happy to give you any assistance you might require. Now go, and fulfill your destiny. Thank you, King Steve Dangler. You think he might have given this speech before? When you go to Blackmouth Cave, tread carefully. The miners of ages past dug too greedily and too deep. They unleashed a horrible bird upon the world. Or like a bug. It's pretty much a bird bug. The Deep Crow. King Steve asks us to dance in place while we're on duty so that we're always hitting our fitness goals. He's the best. I see. Now, what's your deal, librarian? That was a lucky guess. What has Evil King done to us? Well, nothing. Yet. But it's only a matter of time. He is from Evil Town, though. I don't know, it seems bad. You got anything there? Contains squares in a variety of different colors. These books are all dumb. If you say so, Gabe, if you say so. As for you, court magician... Oh, excuse me, princess. Once I was kidnapped by a horrible dragon, but a brave knight came and rescued me. He even carried me all the way from the dragon's lair to Horkwall on his shattered back. Unfortunately, he died from his wounds and I had to walk the last 30 feet. That part was a nightmare, but I will always remember the sacrifice of Sir... She purses her royal lips. It was Sir something, I know that. How thoughtful of you. Same with all the books here, and also here. Now how about those pots, because they look breakable. People probably use this for some kind of food thing. Can't break them, it looks like. Out we go. You there, mage. Oh, you're a Cthulhu cultist. Excuse me? Sorry, I have a cold. Uh-huh, sure. Here I'm guessing we'll get our weapons and armor. Good King Steve Dangler told me to give you anything you need to defeat Evil King. Help yourself. The sword looks pointy and big. I like that in a sword. No? Come on, we're all thinking it. Do we really want to be anywhere near Gabe while he's swinging anything like that or something like that around? A wise point. Is that a sword joke? No comment, but it's a sharp observation. Sir, we thank you for your kind offer, but our weapons are legendary heirlooms. It would shame our beloved ancestors if we were to abandon them for something else. I understand. I thought you bought that from a pawn shop. Look, I didn't say whose heirlooms they were. Also a good point. And... what are you people doing here? Don't people knock on your world? Your door was unlocked, so that one's on you. I will not be ejecting Tycho from that joke. He does his best. Tycho sets Jim on the bar and takes a load off. A young woman sits close to the jar, stroking the glass and brushing her thumb against the firm cork. The color of the liquid within changes quickly, green to red, red to orange. The smell is that of burning shoes. She slides away slowly until such time as she can break into a blocky run. What'll it be, folks? Purple water? Green water? Red water? Pass. I can see you are customers of discerning taste. I've got a bottle of Puce water I've been saving for a special occasion. Year 3043, exquisite bouquet. Know what? Keep it. Save it when you guys invent a new color. Need to recover your HP? A night in my inn is just the thing. We heal after every battle, though. Incredible! I'd heard the orphan were potent, but this is beyond my wildest imaginationings. Imaginationing. With the power of imaginationing, you can do anything. Legendary hero Gabe is on the job. That old evil king doesn't stand a chance. It's nice to be out of New Arcadia. I think I'd sort of forgotten about grass. Don't get too comfortable. We're only staying here long enough to knock off this evil king guy so we can get back to our own world. Still, a day on the beach would be also nice. A stroll in the forest too. Maybe even a bit of mountain climbing. Here we go. 3 truants and 2 dire rats. They're rats, so I suppose they are fans of Hako's bales. Even though they're not brats, they're dire rats, the sentiment stands. Truant, a living tree that plays by his own rules. Dire rat, this creature was included ironically. The 8-bit music slaps though. Absolutely slaps. Diet rat, huh? No, it's still too fat for that one. Who's up next? Looks like you. There we go. For a second I thought it would just end. Good to see that I was proven wrong. Classic. Well, back to it. Where did those things come from? Beasts in this strange world don't follow the same rules of spatiality that they do in ours. These monstarians could appear deep within our very genes. My genes? Ah! Hold me! Gabriel seizes Jim, clutching him close. The skull bubbles a few times, bubbles which carry the scent of yogurt. I wonder who's that guy. Let's get to him and find out. 2 water monsters and 2 dire rats. What do you have to say for yourself? Longs to spit at live shows, kicking flows with his bros. I see. show off the T-Rex form once it comes to the boss battle. That'll be a suitable show. Now, if it's a water monster, will fire be effective against it? We'll find out in a bit. So first, boils on you. And I suppose double tap. And pinch max. Sphere, Flame Sphere. Slacker now gets Gadget Fanatic. Always sitting on your dang phone. Yep, the dogs are barking out there. Now, what are you? Or rather, who are you? Care to join me? The fish are practically jumping out of the lake today. He holds out a handful of cold, writing rectangles. We just ate a ton of polygons, so we're good. And we're like saving the world and stuff, so... Oh, you must be them heroes I've heard so much about. Maybe you could use this then. Reel her in, but dagnabbit I found know what it is. Energite. Energite can be used to get MP in battle. Thanks, I'm a hero, so I need stuff like this. If you change your mind and want to try your hand at the angler's art, you know where I'll be. Yeah, thanks for consideration, but we gotta go. Let's see, we've got a tunnel entrance. That'll take us from the desert to the swamp area. But for now, we just gotta move on through the forest. Or it passes for forest in these parts. Gremlins. And not the fun kind, it seems. They're guarding the bridge. Strength 9, Dexterity 13, Constitution 10, Wisdom 9, Charisma 8. That's a D&D joke I can get behind. They don't seem to be too... What was the correct word? Too threatening. Have any all attacks? No brain-right tiny VTubers in here, yep. Tremor, I suppose, but not enough MP just yet. So, call Skeleton it is. Yeah, they don't seem to be too threatening. I think Taika will be able to take them on. Gale Force. Light Wind Magic. Yep. Not threatening at all. Scholar now learns RTM TFM, which I guess means read the motherfucking manual. Gumshoe gets triple tap. Elementor gets Gale Force, same as Gumshoe. Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, what was that? When I saw the bridge earlier, I thought, wow, Any fights on that thing are sure to be super intense. I'm talking full-fledged brass section, rhythmic industrial clangs, all while our heroes are engaged in an epic clash of steel and flesh with the craven forces of darkness, as opposed to lame times that suck. Taiko pauses to kick a rock into the water. So you're saying that was not sufficiently hardcore? It was not. Highly unfortunate, but what can you do? File a complaint? Two sloobs and four weirdos. They definitely look weird to me. So, sloob. Don't judge him. Weirdo? Man, gross. And his tongue is all out like blah blah. Decently threatening. Especially for Moira, but then again, everything is decently threatening to Moira. So, triple tap. Light attack. How about that slow? Slows enemy for 2 turns. Costs 2 MP. Well, congratulations. You have been chosen, or have been chosen, slow as hell. Cordwainer gets even more speed, which is always good. Through the tunnel we go. This must be that Blackmouth Cave thingy. We just pop through here and bam! Evil Town. What if we don't want to go to Evil Town? I don't think I want to go to Evil Town, especially if I have to get there through some kind of Blackmouth. My vote is for Kitten Town. Come on, we'll take the Choco train. Moira, it seems like there's a lot about being the legendary hero's sidekick that is difficult for you. Sometimes you just gotta do it for the fans. Specifically my fans, which I have. Same with me, Gabe, same with me. But it's not... She looks to Taiko. Is it worth it? Taiko shakes his head. Yeah, don't argue with me for now. 2 ogres and 3 gremlins. What do you have to say for yourself? Sort of like an orc's gigantic, incredibly stupid older brother. We have become speed, at least as Moira. Which means it's time to interrupt anyone and everyone on the enemy side. It's all over for them. Flame Heat, medium fire physical attack. Gale Force, light wind attack. Ice Slash, medium ice physical. Berry, light earth. Light earth magic. Ice Shards, medium ice magic. Fireball, light fire magic. Wind Slash, light wind physical. Earth Slash, light earth physical. We'll go with Gale Force. Fascinating. There we go. Masochist now learns Pain Eater, Delusionist gets more magic resist, and that's it for now. More dire rats. These should not be too much of a problem, I'm thinking. Especially if we put our mind to it. Just like that. After all too easy. RTMFM. Light non-elemental magic. Where we're literally throwing the book at them. Now what's this? Knitters. These benevolent spiders sew wounds with pearlescent silk. I'm guessing it's health regen. Could be useful on game. We'll consider that. Oh, here's an orc. An actual orc, as well as ogre and two weirdos. What about you? If you don't have orcs in your fantasy game, you have to pay a fine. That is a matter of fact I can attest to. I'm not falling for that one. And even if I did, I'll bludgeon it with a microphone and you will bear the consequences of your signal. There is a mosquito flying around in my room, which I have yet to catch. Strength up, you say? Now this could be a problem. The paying for the things you break. Well, you will have to pay for your ears or hearing. But we'll see how the situation develops. After all, I wouldn't want this to get violent any more than it is right now. Yeah, 100 bricks, don't spend them all in one place. Let it down. Cut that out. I very much appreciate that, but something tells me you won't. So for now, we're just gonna need to continue interrupting you so that you don't get any funny ideas. That shit out. Some flame sphere would be nice on you. Ah, there we go. But I do see something interesting over there, so let's have a look. Oh, looks like your warning came a little bit too late and now we're facing a giant spider. My favorite. What do you have to say for yourself? Why are you spider? Listen, he's not just eyes and pedipalps. There are fangs also. Go piss, girl. I mean they. The bot will appear after that. Or during the act. That's usually how it goes. I will not hold you any longer. Now go. Oh, bless. Excuse me for that one. And thank you. Time to break out the old fire and brimstone, in addition to the hoboism. In the meantime, let's go with the other. Spider web on Gabe as usual. However, that's why I've got too early for the Energizer, so Flaming Fist it is. about trash can fire on the ogre? Now I can start pinch maxing and interrupting all the way. Turns into an actual whoop with googly eyes. That could work. I'll just need to speak with my illustrator for about that one. Also have to ask him about the progress of the emote. That would be a good idea. Fire seems to be very potent against the spider, which is why we have a game about it called Kill It With Fire. If only we had a... There it is. No, that's a light attack. Then again, light fire magic. I'll take it. Another flame sphere too. There it goes. Anything new? Crabomancer gets more defense, Gentleman gets Kickstarter, Quartzwinner gets Mega Polish, Elementor gets Frostify. Steve! Steve? Who the hell is Steve? That is actually his name. Okay, Steve. We're not in Minecraft, so I suppose we can kick your ass. Although you look nothing like the man. You look more like a toxic dragon, I suppose. What would be the correct term? Swamp dragon? Toxic dragon? Maybe something else? I'll need to consult Monster Manual, if it is available. Or have something on Steve here. Stranger things have happened. So, Mega Polish. Interrupts all. That's good to know. Polish simply interrupts. And he seems to be resistant to physical damage. That's good to know. For this one. And trouble tap plus Leer. Because I do not cherish the idea of you actually attacking this century. We go for... Actually, yeah, let's go for Boil just to check if it still applies. I think it will. Muck Burst. As expected, it's an AoE. However, no one's got poisoned, which is good. Always good to see that. One, those quick and dirty 2 MP. Now how about Breakthrough? resistant to ice and... what was it again? Yep, just ice. So fire and brimstone should do the trick, I suppose. But, in order to check that, let's try flame heat first. And gale force. Wind also does not seem to do it. So just fire damage it is. Or we still got Earth and Dark to check out. Maybe Holy. So how about RTMFM first? Also Polish. I don't want to get too comfortable out there. Non-elemental magic is also a no-go. So how about Berry? And while we're at it, might as well throw in the bomb fight. Almost got him by the ropes though. Almost. Down it goes. Nothing new yet, nothing new yet. In the aftermath, Moira notices a small name tag affixed to the defeated foe. Wait, was that thing named Steve? Oh no, do you think it wasn't really a monster? Maybe he was just a normal guy with a spouse of some kind and kids, and then one day an evil witch bewitched him or whatever to look like a monster, but in actuality, and this part is incredibly sad, he just got lost in his cave one day and he really wanted to just be back home with his potentially non-traditional yet wholly valid family? You can tell this was written in 2010s. He was also throwing up gallons of acid slime. Do you have a heartwarming connotation for that part? Maybe that's how he says I love you. Those damn dragons from Heroes 3 all over again. The attack would be closer to dragonflies, but don't remember if green dragons attacked with poison in Heroes 3. It definitely did that in Heroes 5. Either their maybe it was their upgraded version. Now, what about that puzzle here? Oh. 2 orcs, 2 doofuses, and underworm. Rust dragons used acid, that is correct. So what do you have to say for yourself, doofus? Cheer up, sentient evil fog. Underworm. God only knows what they get up to down there. We're gonna need a lot of AoE spells to throw at them. So time to get serious. Skeleton friend can wait. Strength up. Of course, it's got Poison Cloud to throw at us, as expected, so... Congratulations, your doofuses, you're being promoted to prime targets. Please do not resist. Otherwise, things will get nasty. Measure. To keep poisoning us, it won't do you too much good, you know? Prepare yourself quickly. Focus fire, cold shoulder, blizzard, maybe blizzard. And Mega Polish. Then Boils. again. Almost got him. Dead to rights. There we go. You wanted your bot, you got him. Congratulations. I hope you're a little bit happier tonight. Yeah, there's the chest. However, giant spider. Always have to consider that. Especially light with casting spider webs and slowing us all down, which is not something I am looking forward to. So, fireball for you all. Because you deserve it. After all, we care about our dear guests. No, wait, we are the guests. We value your time and effort to entertain us. That's the one I was looking for. Nailed it. I'm thinking just a little bit more effort. Now, you know what? You enjoy the slow. Let's see, Brood gets Wallop, Necromancer gets Upheaval, Gumshoe gets Noir, and Elementor gets Entomb. Always good to see new attacks. No nasty surprises, no nasty I just had to say that. And there it is, Deep Crow. It's a bird, it's a bug, it's Deep Crow. This will be a somewhat lengthy battle, especially considering it hurts decently well. So, where was it? Noir. Stuns enemy, once per battle. Too early to bring that one out yet, so triple tap it is. Aha! Finally gotcha. I think so. Yeah, looks like I finally got that mosquito. No more buzzing in my ear, thanks. When I get down to bed. the deep crow, but look at him. It's like a little bit of a griffin, a little bit of a spider, I suppose. Thought you liked stuff like that. Or am I reading the room incorrectly this time? Well, you can't always get them correctly, unfortunately. But, well, we can always just move on to the next point of our discussion, which is the dinosaurs are cool, which is precisely why I'm still gonna be using Dinosaur Sorcerer with Gabe. Other than that, I don't believe there's anything else we can add in that regard. Decided to throw the fence down on us, huh? Fine, in that case, time to break out. No. Energite on Jim. Anything you'd like to add, Tycho? I suppose we can give a try to spears. Then again, it is from the cold deep, so it should be more resistant to ice magic. Ah, well, we'll find out in a bit. Yeah, not exactly resistant to it, so we'll keep that in mind. Time to break out the Hexaskeleton once again. So enjoy more DOTs on you. I know I will. However, what else can we get? Let's give a try to Fireball. And what was it? Wallop, which is a heavy attack. And for only 2 MP. What a bargain. As well as Noir. Yep, almost there. Almost. Two-thirds of the way, even, I'd say. And it's not even that bad. What else can we throw your way? How about... no, not Upheaval. Dark Surge. That's always a good idea. And... another Wallop. Plus a triple tap. As expected, he is resistant to dark magic specifically. But you will go down in a bit. Down it goes. Apocalypse now gets locusts. And that's it for now. What do we have here? Forky. This sorcerer's fork extends regular attacks to strike all foes. Ooh. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, there it is. We may consider giving it to Jim as to replace Magic Ring. But we'll see how it goes. And now we can get out of Blackmouth Cave. Hopefully there will be no more surprises on our way out. Hopefully there will be no more surprises on our way out. Hey, there wasn't. Welcome to the desert. 3 underworms and 2 sad towels. Has a beautiful singing voice, if you would ever listen. I don't think I will. I hope they won't come with any sort of side effect, those sad towels. Otherwise I will be disappointed a little bit. Sad storm. Speed down. As expected. Well, time to break out the apocalypse. And I'm thinking triple tapping everyone involved. Or at least underworms. That's always a good idea. So, locusts. Incoming prophecy has Windall. Another Mega Push. And triple tap, you guessed it. Thinking time to heal up. At least Moira. Oh, you evil bastard. Oh, that's it. I'm breaking out the Berserk. But that was not needed. Diva now has more speed, and that's about it. There's the evil town. But first a trek through the icy caves. I don't know, I expected way more evil. This is just cold? Uh-oh, I hope there aren't any ice floors. Why is that? Gabriel refuses to traverse any such floors at anything less than a full sprint, which means he is unable to change directions unless he comes crashing against a wall or a tasteful ice sculpture. It makes escaping such rooms a brain-bending logical exercise. The floor looks grippy enough. I think we'll be okay. I'll take your word for it, Moira. 4 water hands and 2 ice lions. We really ought to equip that Forky on Jim sooner rather than later. What do you have to say for yourselves? Ice Lion, much like a regular lion, but with one crucial difference. Water Hand. Is it just like waving, or... I don't think it's waving. It is unfortunately not. Time to break out the old fire and brimstone. That never fails us. Or, as Bart Simpson would say, get out fire and brimstone. Nothing beats that. No killing Jim. We still need him for one very important detail. Hear me? Now another fire and brimstone for added effect. What did I just tell you? Why I wanna... Actually, Mega Polish. Exoskeleton. And triple tap on you. Plus chosen one. And we should be very good right about now. So the water hand did resist fire and brimstone, it seems. Well, I suppose we'll need to break out even heavier guns. Got any extra firepower? Always. Break Fist. Heavy attack weakens enemy's defense. No, Inferno should do the trick. However, Tycho do heal yourself. Like that. And back through Oblivion on you. And I suppose we go for Energizer on... no. Not Energizer, but... Hobification. You will not drag me off to a watery grave this time. Neither will anyone else, for that matter. There we go. A little bit harder than I expected, but it all worked out in the end, didn't it? Of course it did. Yeti Scarf. Authentic Squatch wool has absorbed winter, enhancing ice powers. Situational, if you ask me. Now, before I forget... and we can continue now. Don't think we can get through here. No, does not look like it. So, back we go. More water hands, huh? Unpleasant. Highly unpleasant, but nothing we cannot deal with. I think we can try to break out the, what was it? Locusts on this one. Maybe wind is what they're not resistant against. don't get gem before this time comes. Next, I think we can throw in Hail and Thunder. Or first the red card. Then Mega Polish. And continue with triple tapping them. Then we can throw in Chosen One. Slow Mega Polish. And start pinch maxing. God, what a thing to say. Let's see if it worked. So, Fire and Brimstone. Looks like Locust was not as effective as I thought. Still, good to see that it did some good damage. Should be going down now. Nothing new. Hobo gets Train Hop. Elemenster gets Ice Spears. Very good. Oh, a chest over there. I wonder what's inside. Oh, you again. You know, maybe I should have learned your lesson, but I guess some people are just not that bright. Unfortunately, this still holds up even today. Now, cool it with AoE attacks, please. That's my domain. Can we add to this conversation a little bit? I suppose we can go for another triple tap. That's always a good option. Over here, then Exoskeleton. Quick Redcon. Keep triple tapping. Always a good idea. Then, double tap some more. under this one, I wonder. Potion quantity up. Always good to see. And we're almost out of here. We just need to go back and go through the stalactites. Or was it stalagmites? I sometimes forget the difference. Some are formed from dripping down, others are formed from coming up. No, that can't be right. That absolutely cannot be right, and yet my memory fails me in that regard. I've started to forget my school program. No, nothing to worry about just yet, just a little bit of silliness. We got a little too silly. Who is not too silly at times? Nobody. They also say they are not too silly, are just plain lying to you. I can confirm this much. Now let's give a try to, no, not Frostify, Fireball. And see how that one works. Looks like Forky is working only on physical attacks, it seems, not magical ones. Oh, you don't remember either. Well, that's too bad. Too bad, so sad, as they say. Anything else we can do? Exoskeleton is always a good idea, as is repairing Jim, or rather his job. Upheaval? No, not yet. I think we can go for quick Energite on ourselves. And after that, what was it? We better start pinch maxing. No. Gotta need something that hits everyone, and I suppose Dark Wave is our best bet. They should be resistant to it. We'll find out in a bit. Yeah, resistant to dark magic still. It got the job done. Ice Elemental. What do you have to say for yourself? Beneath his icy exterior is tons and tons of additional ice. That sounds logical. You'd like to add for yourself? No? Flame Sphere it is then. Flame Sphere it is. Oh, you are actually resistant to it, huh? I see how it is. Flame Heat. There we go. Fire and physical. we should be using something like Flaming Fist. Flaming Fist first, and then Wallop. To get a conservate, but that one a little bit. So have some AoE, DOT. Damage over turn. In the meantime. You can stop attacking him, that would be ideal. And yet you're not gonna do it. Now we can go for Wallop. What was that? Nothing too serious. I'll look into it a little later. In the meantime, path through oblivion? No. We'll see if slow will do anything for you. And triple tap. Permafrost got defense up, which is unfortunate, which means we are gonna need to break out something additional. Maybe... well, Flame here for now. Continue at it. Ooh, massive attack for 4 MP. And then we'll get a save up 4, but first, I think we can go for a Velociraptor form. And a Molotov to your face, that should be also good. Even though you resisted it, you bastard. However, we still have some things to use, like Focus Fire. Knock that shit out. Anything else we can throw your way? I think we can. How about Energite on Jim? And we'll need some sort of debuff. Time to break out Noir. Start pinch maxing. We're getting through to him. It just takes a little longer than one would expect. Another flame heat. I suppose so. See, we're getting through to him. Be gone in a flash soon enough. There we go. Break Fist should do the trick. And more flame heat. There we go. Anything we get out of it? No. Just a couple of level ups which are frankly meaningless. Looks like we're out of the freezer. Gabe's eyes takes on a steely glare. And into the fireplace. Uh-huh. Well, yeah, it is a fiery place. Lots of magma over here, or lava. Anything interesting, though? 3 fire dogs and 2 Ifriti. What do you have? Fire dog. It just caught on fire one day and it never went out. Tragic, really. fruity. Some like it hot, but they rarely like it this hot. Which means it's time we also break out... Where was it? Somewhere here, right. Hail and Thunder. Maybe they're not immune to ice magic, who knows? Might even throw in some wind while we're at it. Speaking of which, let's check. Yeah, wind does decent damage. So we can definitely throw in Locusts and the Prophecy as well. And triple tap on you. Look at you buffing yourself. That won't last for too long, I can say this much. Because I still got some more Mega Polish to use against you. Also Chosen One, cannot forget about that one. All-time classic. Anyone else looking for a fight? Of course. That's gotta be you. Tycho, don't die yet. Heal yourself up. There we go. Delusionist now learns Delusions of Grandeur. Finally, I can roleplay as myself. And our reward is... briquettes. Bring the literal heat with these fire-boosting rhomboids. But now it's time for you and I to go. As soon as we deal with these fire dogs. Dogs. Whose dogs are barking, though? I always say my dogs are barking, but what if they don't have dogs? Did you follow that one? I think you did. What was it? Frostify? Let's give a try to Frostify. It's like Spotify, but with more ice. I know mine aren't anymore. I guess that was their time to go. Hopefully they will find rest. And you'll meet them up there at some point. Yeah, Frostify seems to be working, but it's light attacks so far. Which means we gotta bring out the big guns. Yeah, like Spotify accepted pays its artists decently, or actually plays what you want to play, while on shuffle. Blizzard. Very entertaining, but should do the work just fine. It was. Definitely was. We're gonna need a lot more of that to keep them out of here. Let's see if it does the trick. certainly not immune to it, or at least resistant, so that's a great old plus. Sorry about that, Jim. I'll see you up ahead. Two lava golems. I see how it is with you. But what do you have to say for yourself? Bites the hand that feeds it. The arm too. And the rest of the body. Just all around asshole, it seems. Can cut that one out, that'd be sweet of you. And if not, I'm gonna have to help you out. No, dinosaurs at a time. And triple tap it is. Continue throwing Frostify at you, even though it does not do as much damage as I'd like it to. But unfortunately, you can't always get what you want in this economy. Mega Polish. Exoskeleton 2, as always. And more Frostify. Let's see if it works on the lava golem. Oh, and before you perish, looks like they're resistant. They're not too amused by it. I suppose bemused. Bemused is a word, if I recall correctly. So you can't go against me on that one. No, heal yourself up first. Then we can go for ice spears. That should do more damage. And where is it? Repair on yourself. Yeah, that definitely did the trick. Wallop. Still resistant to physical damage. Triple tap on that one, then, where is it? Not enough for breakthrough, which means time to inflict a little bit of heroism on you. And ice spear a little more. So that you don't get any funny ideas, pal. Gumshoe gets Wind Missile, as opposed to Wind Bullet. Tube Samurai gets Magic Stance, and Elementor gets Flame Sphere. Very good. But I see another chest over there, and I'd like to have it, so let's go for a quick little detour. Even though we might run into more of them. Why might? We will run into more of them as we get closer to the chest. That's a guarantee. See? Fire elemental. You know, some of his best friends are ice elementals, so he's not speciesed. We'll see about that though. I will be the judge of that, as they say. Yeah, not racist, I think speciesed is the correct term. Well, that lava smash was unpleasant, so congratulations. You are also getting focus up, even though you are like the only target over here. But still, you are getting prioritized. Congratulations. I hope you are satisfied with the decisions you made in your life that led up to this moment. So far, it is going much smoother now. Once I remember to use actually magical attacks instead of magical physical combined. Next up, Exoskeleton. And more Interrogate. And continue with the Ice Spears. Very decent damage. You always love to see it. But still, the Ice Spear is a preferable form of attack. Well, this should be enough to finish you off. Like so. Dino Sorcerer gets Lycanthrope, Apocalypse gets Magic Boost, Gardener learns Garden of Violent Upheaval. We get an Amp. Increase the power of items with these disposable item sheaths. If we get an endgame item, I suppose we can throw an Amp on it as well. Now we can get out of this place. And hopefully no one will interrupt us. Another fire elemental, eh? If you insist, I will oblige. So, Garden of Violent Upheaval. 2 MP, interrupts. I suppose we can give it a try. And keep slinging ice spears at you for maximum effect. That, however, is not ideal. in power, as they say. And this'll be over in no time at all. Let's see, Gentleman gets God Restia, Slacker, no, Masochist gets more Strength, and Diva gets Resonate. And here we are. I wonder what it is. What look like human skulls at first glance turn out to be wholly natural sugar formations. They're delicious. That's good to know. Great. Awesome. So which one of you is the legendary hero? Don't tell me. King Steve over in Jerkwall told you I was evil, right? It's nonsense. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. Look, I even had our showdown catered. Catering is the least evil thing there is. Spoken? Like an evil king. My name is Evil King. Evil Bartholomew King. Okay, but if you aren't bad, what's up with your old crazy lair? With all the ice and fire and whatnot. Pretty evil stuff if you ask me. We have furnace problems. Well, you're about to have blood problems. Because I'm gonna make all your blood come out! Evil King and Servile. Seriously, he's the worst. Servile, if you enjoyed our combat today, could you fill out this comment card? No, I don't think I will, Servile. I don't think I will. See? He's even backstabbing. How evil can you get? Or rather, how common can you get to do that? And now we break out the T-Rex form. Oh, that one takes 2 MP, so... Energite it is. And I'll see you up ahead. Locusts. Wouldn't hurt. Next we... And now we break out the T-Rex. Straps. Potion of cheating, huh? Well, that's what the prophecy said. Just like the prophecy said, even. And you know what? Cheaters always lose. And... a little bit of... boils. Up. And we break out the Mega Polish. Oh, of course, call on the skeleton. That one's not prohibited, and it's not cheating since it's a legitimate move. Servile, I think it's time for you to go. How about flame heat? Terror actually stunned him for a bit, which is very nice. And I'm thinking we continue pinch maxing. Also break out Noir, specifically for that. And voila. And down you should go like a sack of potatoes right now. Brute gets Dynamo, Scholar gets Dispenser, Necromancer gets Fluid, Tube Samurai gets Soul Torrent, Crabomancer gets Claustrophobia, Hobo gets Rat Storm, Elemenster gets Zephyr the Musical and Big Rock. Why did my parents have to name me Evil King? It has created so many problems. Why couldn't they have named me Stan? Consciousness, full consciousness, takes a while to return. Then, oh man, do you think you guys could keep calling me Legendary Hero? Is that something we can set up on your birthday? Maybe. And door number 3. Come on everybody, this is gonna be so cool! He takes a couple skipping steps towards the moist Fang Rim tunnel. We only have to open the doors in order, Gabriel, not feed ourselves to each giant hideous mouth. You don't let me crawl into any maws. I mean that way. What do you keep in something like that? Your own limbs? Like, the turnover of this place must be incredible. Tycho nods, twirling a finger at the exit. Fine, we're not going in there. Door number 4. This crap again? I am a fan of this! At least the outfits have improved this time around, and I love the color. What would you say this is, Moira? Crimson? Vermilion? What are we thinking? Anyway, it's great. Tycho, you're a red shirt. You are a red shirt! Captain's log, Cosmo date 305.32.15. I, Captain Ben Arnett, have failed in my command of the ISS Nemesis. The dreaded Broodax have invaded the vessel and indeed its very crew. Their seeds burrow into our skin before bursting free in a mess of blood and skin as a ravenous broodling. This doesn't sound good. For whatever reason, the Broodax seem especially partial to the members of my crew who are all dressed in red uniforms. This is sounding progressively less good. Captain's log, Cosmo Day 305.32.15. Addendum. There may still be hope for some of my men to survive if they can make it to one of the escape pods in the ship's central hindquarters. But for me, it is too late. It's a Star Flotilla captain's duty to go down with his ship. Captain's log, out. So, what do we think? Escape pod? Alright, sounds good. Aren't you worried about your red shirt? It would be something to consider if my shirt were red, certainly. As it stands, we need not concern ourselves with this magenta shirt. They don't train you for this at the academy? Well, except the one time. Rawr, rawr, roar. My apologies, Earth Beasts. My universal translator must have been dislodged in the Broodax attack. As you've probably heard, our ship has been invaded and the captain has misplaced his mind. It was very kind of you to beam aboard our vessel and attempt to excrete the help juice, especially with one of your number wearing the doomed red shirt. Is it actually red though, and not salmon? Or... The space weirdo cocks his head and continues. But it's too late for the Nemesis. Find one of the escape pods and escape in a pod before you share our fate. But what about you? As the second in command, my duty is with the captain. Mayhap he will regain his strong mind before the ending time. You can say it's chrysalids because they have been around sometime in one of the Penny Arcade skits. There they are, by the way. let's go say hello.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
Oh yeah? How do we know that?
Ask me something only Jeff would know.
I guess I don't really know Jeff. Yeah, I don't know if this Jeff is entirely himself. Come on, Moira, Jeff is under a lot of pressure right now. No, I mean, I think he's one of them. You know, the aliens.
Preposterous. I'm 100% USDA choice human being. Watch me writhe my tender legs just like we do on our delicious homeworld.
Gabe takes a moment to process this new information. Then... Alright, yeah, he's clean. What do we get? 4 scorpylons. I'd hope we don't have to construct more of them. Is there anything worse than a regular scorpion? The answer is yes. I almost missed this music. Always a good idea just to destroy more of them. I'm not up to date on my Starfleet uniforms though, so let's see. Moira has blue, which is science officer. Tycho obviously has red, which is security, and Gabe has green. Now let me remember what that one is. Starfleet uniform colors. Yeah, gold for command and operations, red for security and engineering, blue for sciences and medical, teal for sciences and medical in some eras, and navy for Starfleet intelligence or MACO. Green in this case should be... the most commonly used command section shirts were actually Chartreuse green in color. They appear to be a golden yellow color on both under the lights used in the set and in the post-development film stock. So yeah, Gabe is part of the command staff. We'll take that into consideration, and I once again have tapped out, and the music decided to adjust itself. Fun times for all. Now we can start bringing out the T-Rex again. Which means maybe it's time to just swap around Gabe and Tycho's items. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Claustrophobia. Medium attack all, damage based on your defense. So, exoskeleton time. And then... how about Flame Sphere on you? Seems to be decent enough. Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Hey, alien jerks! Get your shivering egg clusters and get out!
Yep, that's a corpse.
Don't worry, guys!
2 red shirts. What do you have to say for yourself? Freshness guaranteed. Mostly. I'm guessing once we kill them, or after some time, they turn into Brutax, so we gotta hurry this thing up. Which means you are now our priority target. I wish it didn't come to this, and yet... I don't feel so good. Tycho coughs, wet and heavy. I probably just need an antacid or something. Sure, keep tempting your fate. Yep, that's a corpse. More of escaped aliens as we go through operations. Nothing interesting in the computers. However, let me check up on the time. And it looks like I'm gonna need to call it for tonight. So, I gotta say thank you for coming. And I will see you all next time. Hopefully by Tuesday, I will have the presentation ready, and it will be a good one. So until then, sayonara.